Is it really you just wanna hit this? You the type to love me from a distance. Is he running when I'm snapping pics? While we kiss on a late night, baby, before we started up. Before we started up.
Let's go. You already know the vibes. We have them. We're gonna set right now, right?
Cause I love too hard and I fall even harder. Trust too much, so I push even farther.
You already know the vibes. You already know the vibes. You already know what we on, right?
That you can.
Yo, Brooklyn, what's good? Yo, Alex Molly, what's going on?
Cause I love too hard and I fall even harder. Trust too much, so I push even farther. Give my all, is that something that you can do? DJ, I'm being honest. I don't wanna play no games, boy. I don't wanna be a game boy or a temporary love toy. Before we started up. Before we started up. All they ever wanna do is hit this. That's the kind of dudes I gotta dismiss. Type of love it when it's convenient. Need someone who gonna believe in it. Before we started up. Before we started up.
Alright, let's go. Brand new cranium on that. Brand new cranium on that.
Baby bumper, girl, I walk out. Car them a pull up on the vibe, turn out and the tongues them there. And the vibe so nice. Yeah, we a smoke some cheese and they are well high. Watch out, but just a go on with the vibes and a party your seat. And the girl them a walk on the beat. Thugs them a bleach and we not skin no teeth. Eyes open your fuck and we not fall asleep. And you know we there. Yeah, you know we there. Yeah, you know we there, yeah. Watch out now, man. Lock down with your girl, now she open. Me have her friends and she in a sequence. She calling me the laser man, decent. Everything I want. Them a girl a cold hearted. Yeah, them so naughty. She a bounce down on the Bugatti. Slim her fat, yo, me no care, me a give them it. I make the boom boom talk, let me do brand it. Me just a go on all the vibes and a party your seat. And the girl, them a walk on the beat. Thugs, them a bleach and we not skin no teeth. Eyes open your fuck and we not fall asleep. And you know we there. Yeah, you know we there. Yeah. Watch out now, man. Bumper swing to the left. Bumpers a bounce on the right. Y'all breast them a squeeze up. Keisha, you all good, but Kim one pussy well brass tight. Them kind of bars that we grew up come there. A fee of a side chick, a fee of a queen. Man from Mobile, Kingston, we well clean. The whole of the Caribbean, the whole Queen Steve. Just a go all the vibes and a party your seat. And the girl, them a walk on the beat. Thugs, them a bleach and we not skin no teeth. Eyes open your fuck and we not fall asleep. And you know we there. Yeah, you know we there. Yeah, you know we there, yeah. Watch out now, man. Anywhere we touch down, bust down. We live the life of the party. Walking on the blood clot club, I be a girl escort me. Take a boy, girl, fuck them, girl, them call us Kalachi. Cause we tease them for cheat and them do it so easy. Believe me, yeah, we're the life of the party. Walking on the blood clot club, I be a girl escort me. Take a boy, girl, fuck them, girl, them call us Kalachi. Cause we tease them for cheat and them do it so easy. Believe me.
Alright, let's go. Brand new Shensi on deck today, right? This one's called Are You That? Featuring 21 Savage. Get used to this one, right?
Are you that hitter that can fuck me, you right? Are you that hitter that can last all night? Are you that hitter that you won't tell lies? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter?
Like I said, brand new Shensi featuring 21 Savage. Yo, Gio, what's good, my G?
Are you that hitter that can fuck me, you right? Are you that hitter that can last all night? Are you that hitter that you won't tell lies? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter with the funds on today? Are you that hitter who won't touch my friends? Are you that hitter live between my legs? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter? Are you that nigga in the street shit? Are you the type to finally turn me to a freak bitch? Are you the type that gonna lick you while I swallow it? And when my nookie good, you gonna follow it, yeah. Are you the type of gonna spoil me? Are you gonna be another one that annoy me? Say that right now and I'll avoid it. But if you're really down, then I'm on it. If you're getting paid, then we getting paid. If you got it made, then I got it made. Every other night, every other day. Give me what I want, give me what I need. If you're getting paid, then we getting paid.
Alright, let's go. Brand new Shensi on deck.
Every other night, every other day. Give me what I want, give me what I need. Are you that hitter that can fuck me, you right? Are you that hitter that can last all night? Are you that hitter that you won't tell lies? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter with the funds on tonight? Are you that hitter who won't touch my friends? Are you that hitter live between my legs? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter?
I'm that nigga, I can be whatever. Anytime you want, whenever you need. Shouted a hustler, the female version of me. Got my bed with her nickname overseas. We took a trip to the beach just to feel the breeze. Kissing on her neck, but she could feel it in her knees. Took her out to Paris and I spent a couple G's. I spent a couple more because she valuable to me. Trying to find a woman, don't lie, don't cheat. Don't cook meal, make sure that I eat. Are you the type of girl stay down and don't eat? Ride from the bottom to the T.O. Are you that bitch that'll fuck me right? Shawty gang, she gon' tap my knife. Get pulled over, she gon' hold my pipe. Give me loyalty and you can be my wife.
Are you that hitter that can fuck me, you right? Are you that hitter that can last all night? Are you that hitter that you won't tell us? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter? Are you that hitter with the funds on tip? Are you that hitter who won't touch my friends? Are you that hitter that between my legs? Are you that hitter?
I'm a day no be so. Girl, you want capture my soul. I'm a day no be so. Make you want more.
DJ Epidemic. Do your thing, baby.
I'm loose. Even better done them Sarah. It's nothing Josie. I'm in Josie. Won't call if you want one Josie. I'm not playing with you, I'm not joking. My thought album is loaded. Me, you can back up, I'm on board. I'm on duty, but I'm on low-key. They want do me, they want do me. They want do me, gonna want do me. When you want me, when you want me. I'm in San Francisco, Jammy. When you want me, when you want me. I just flew in from Miami. Peru, I'm loose. People better.
Ain't nobody do your body like me. She said, well, you should come remind me. You know exactly where to find me. I've been looking for you. Pick up the phone, the least you can do. Might be there in a weekend or two. Wanna dive deep in what you like, whoa. Can you come show me? Can you come show me? Everything that you told me. You said you want me, you're not the only one. Trying to control me. I've been wanting you so bad that you might make me backtrack. Might just fly away, just touch down from the Miami.
Me, I'm on go mode. Took the rap game and I put it in.
Yeah.
Hit it from the back, I'm going loco. $20 million in a year and that's with no show. Say she love me, but I'm deaf, yeah, so. She got a thing for Chanel, I call her Coco. I wanna see you wine, get on our fold. Lace front, but she like a Beats afro. Always looking fine, how you do that? Walk past, ass fat, I'm like, who that? I'm with the gang, they keep asking where your crew at. She like, they on the way, you should already knew that. Yeah, you talking, let me see if you can back it up. Riding in the SF90 and I'm acting up. I like staring at the money while they stacking up. Don't pay attention to the haters, they just acting tough.
Over the one good love. Your sympathize. Over the one good love every night.
Yeah.
Listen.
Oh, yeah.
Watch what we do.
Action. Sweet. Action. Sweet. You think you are so fine.
Chat no work, yeah, man, watch the time.
Stop playing with my
Oh,
mind.
man, no in a joke when she will want the wine.
You call me on the
I
phone,
know what a talking angel come down.
Alright, let's go.
and now I want you home.
I tell Jackie, tell me that you must not stop. I'm in a
Action.
bag, at a bag of mojo.
Sweet.
Don't be ready, girl, them broke out.
I got a new tune for y'all, right?
At a bag of mojo.
Sit tight, right?
The girl, them broke out.
I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can
reaction. I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
We act close and make a next girl face. You know stop love how the woman never flex. And stop live big and make a next girl. Get right time push but she and the one name friend. Time when they have a name in a sit down fun. Talk about say, them a love how you dance. Who you not follow them keep no one bag of man. But up here them no mind me time make them burn. Can't knock your body them can't do you no harm. Them can't wait to pass them to about turn. Touch them touch you through your inner jump farm. Them a call up the name, that's how it done. Anytime you see them you see go back.
Like I said, I got a new tune for you, alright? Listen.
DJ Epidemic. DOJ, baby.
DJ Epidemic.
Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Pussy clean, pussy tight, and in a inspector. We had a big flexer, we had a big flex. Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Pussy clean, pussy tight, and in a inspector. We had a big flexer, we had a big flex. Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Pussy clean, pussy tight, and in a inspector. We had a big flexer, we had a big flex. But question, you want some action? I ain't talking mailman when I said you gotta be packing. I know his name was Michael. He dancing in the pussy like a Jackson. Throwing me all blues, but I thought the nigga cracking. Money I pile up. Middle name was Diamond, just give me all my cut. Flow was so crazy, they call me asylum. Giving them punchlines, quicker than Tyson. I see when Nicki meant saying bitches is my sons. How you flexing in my city trying to eat off my crumbs? Versace when I'm running, bleaching in night ones. Known for all the juice, I'm sweeter than white plum. Lick it, now bite down. Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Pussy clean, pussy tight, and in a inspector. We had a big flexer, we had a big flex. Me, I'm a friend and my big flexer. Never see power back, no rent a center. Pussy clean, pussy tight, and in a inspector. We had a big flexer, we had a big
Call me Megatron, just did a telethon. He got my jealous on, and I get my jealous on. I fuck him like I miss him, he just came out of prison. Bitches be talking shit, but they ain't got a pot to piss in. My name is Nicki M, I'm in a sticky Benz. That mean it's candy apple, I'm Barbie, bitch is Ken. That is a Fendi fact, I'm with 100 max. Oh, this is custom made, Donatella sent me that. This love, baby, feel on me. Pull up if you're feeling lonely. This love, baby, feel on me. Pull up if you're feeling lonely. Shots, I'm drinking. It's better when I'm drinking. I tune up when I'm drinking. Rum when I'm drinking. Shots, I'm drinking. It's better when I'm drinking. I tune up when I'm drinking. Rum when I'm
anywhere you go with me, all I'm full up. This way, Mr. Cat, because it's well dangerous. Me say mud up italic and italic and italic. Me say mud up italic, it and rip up a market. Me say mud up italic, it and the latest lyrics. When we come to the place and take up the mic and pick me a lyric. Me say you think I like you want to hold on money. Come on, this way, Mr. Cat, I'm in a talk on this. Now up with Mr. Cat, I'm in a give me sin on this. Then I use a watch him in a work with switch. And Mr. DJ can't start circuit. 88 and 89, me say me know me have a rate. I up and pay me up, me want me satellite dish. Me say mud up italic and italic and italic. Me say mud up italic, it and the latest lyric. Me say mud up italic and italic. Pull on teeth. And if you don't like it, the whole night you need to fall. Find me to see it, dog on night. And in the bread, watch it up, dog on night. And the way they want to ram it up. And Mr. Keta where they want to ram it up. And on the dog outside of them,
DJ
when more up and they must tear it up. I miss a cat in the crowd and them a rip it up. So dan dada, pay all DJ, miss a cat a dan dada. Go tell it to your sister, your brother and mother. The boy no got his super cat and collar. The youth a jamming like a Gabriel. I'm a this a youth a come to them like a Satan Maka. Jam a pick up it look like a Sterling chopper. You see the general, you come it off to me proper. But anytime me come it up, me get away. Better than no have a girl. dippy dippy DJ, them every day, cause the whole of them a clown.
Let's go.
No worry. Them no worry.
Tell them again, man.
Change to the reckless way and flip.
You already know the vibe, right? The Fix Show, DCFradio.com.
Party man, the dog got daddy. And when me come nice up the party. Cause all the girls that told me I drink heavy. Right now, man, it's coming in easy. Them no worry. Them no worry me.
Lord, them all. Our, do them. Them. Our, do them. He's a man not in a hurry. Me love me chicken and me goat well curry. But why I feel left in a hurry? And I 100 of my gal them sexy. And me know say them not gonna leave me. So all the talk them a talk that no move me. Gal scream out like this a blue movie. Karen, Sharon, Patsy and Susie. Them no worry me. Them no worry me. We not frightened for nobody, but we respect everybody, and we better than everybody. So me will run with anybody. No boy no better than we. No boy no better than we. Step on me can and say, run up for dance and fancy. On the back and long talking. Something, 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 on the back and long talking. Girl, I see you sweet like a honeycomb. DJ Epidemic. Your pocket full of money, get a bag of your love. Roll out the bike and the car them love. They make the keep their friend now. Him the break them, violate them because your heads get crushed. I'm a bag of gold and I'll say you birch. Pop out your Kyle with style. Birds, they make you a star. You know step in the bar, tell the waitress link up. Epidemic.
I'm all about my money. Link the gangsta on the side of the dollar. I'm all about my money. Link the gangsta on the side of the dollar. I'm all about my money. Link the gangsta on the side of the dollar. Me step on the edge, I get a fight around my body. Stay on the grind, no see no like a crash dummy.
We not run down good. My blood too rich for road. Watch it with your glasses, me no want none. We not run down good. My blood too rich for road. Watch it with your glasses, me no want none.
Yeah, you know what it is. We're live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com. Shout out to DJ Epidemic on the set. You know how he put it down each and every Wednesday. Yo, Prez, man, what's up? How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Shout out to Epidemic, man.
Right.
Every week, I just
Right.
I just feel like we getting exclusives. I feel like we just be getting like we get privileged to be able to get these mixes from this guy, man. This is amazing. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
Yeah, man. Another week we here, highly anticipated. I know y'all love us, and I'm just saying, I'm feeling good this week. Man. I'm feeling good.
Right.
Yeah, I think the love is in the air, right? Got the pink bottle of Bel Air out.
Right, we got the
You know
Bel
what I'm
Air
saying?
out. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We got the Bel Air out.
You
You
got
gotta
the
watch
Bel
when
Air
you
out.
pop this, man. I hit a
Yeah.
couple of potholes
Oh man.
coming over here.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bel Air. You know what it is. Black bottle boys, blue bottle boys, pink bottle boys, gold bottle boys. All that, man. We here. You know what it is. Bel Air on always. I should have brought that sign with me.
Of course, I'm the one opening it.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got
I'm
to
the
pay
one
attention.
opening
Right.
it. Yeah, so it's
Right.
all good. Yeah.
What's up, Epidemic, man? How you doing, man? What you got going on out there, man?
Usual. Just working. That's about it. You know, streaming.
Right.
Putting that up. That's about it.
Right. Okay, Prez, what you got going on out
I
there?
got everything
man?
going on, man. Like I
Right,
said,
man.
the love is in the air. I'm feeling good.
You know what's crazy? I want to
You
get
know
it.
what
I want to rent your Airbnb just to say I did it.
Yo.
Just to say I did it.
Yo,
Just
come
to
to
say
Atlanta, man. Come to Atlanta
You know
so I
what
can
I'm
show
saying?
you around.
You feel me?
You can rent the B&B if you want with shit. Just come to Atlanta,
Don't
man.
hold on. Don't talk to
I
me
know you
like
been-
that. Like I ain't got it out there in Atlanta. Like,
No, I know.
I'm old school Gwinnett with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm new school.
You feel me?
I'm new
Hold
school
on.
Sandy Springs.
I was
with it.
DJing the Peacock.
Downtown.
I was DJing the Peacock Lounge out there in Atlanta way back when. You know what I'm saying?
I
Don't
heard
get me twisted out
I
there.
heard
Hold
you.
on.
Nah, I heard you. It's all
Right.
good. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, everything's good though, man. I'm feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all before, man, a lot of Alexa work coming up. So we've just been focused on that and getting these projects out, getting these new songs out, shooting the videos and everything like that. I see. It's for me. It's just been straight work. I don't go outside. Come out on a Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Get the work done. But outside of that, I've been in hustle mode, man. We in real grind mode.
Right.
I be feeling like what they said. What Jay did one year. He was like, yo, no haircuts, no shaves, no nothing. He ain't doing shit until his work is getting done. So that type of time I'm on right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In that mode. So, but yeah, man, it's we heavy.
Right. I don't know if y'all noticed. I don't know if both of y'all noticed. You got to open it slowly.
Take the wrapper off.
Wait. Can we get the trash can? Right, get the trash can. Okay. Oh, we gotta get the trash can over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to pay for no maintenance fee over here.
Here we go.
But I don't know if y'all noticed, man. But the Fix Show was live at the Cool DJ Red Alert Experience exhibit at Port Authority last week, and it was a great experience, man. I was there, representing the team. I was there getting footage. We was able to see footage like pictures and different things from when he first started back in 1983. You know what I'm saying? I should 1983. That's what I said. Sorry, 1983. There was some artifacts from back then, the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Even some artifacts from a little further back. You know what I'm saying? In the hip hop game, man. So shout out to Sean Williams. Shout out to Cool DJ Red Alert. It was such a dope experience, man, to see some joints from WBLS. He even had some sneakers in the exhibit. Some pictures, some old school stuff there, like cameras and flyers and records. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Cool DJ Red Alert for that, man. Shout out to Unk, man. It was
Red Alert.
It was dope, man. Whenever you get a chance, go to the Port Authority and check the exhibit out, man.
I was listening to it on the radio, and it was real heavy, and people was calling up live. They interviewed him while he was there. I was there for the whole thing, man. Right. And for me, I feel like that's like a landmark, right? Especially for I feel like not even people like us, because you obviously definitely came up on a Red Alert, right? You know what I'm saying? Epidemic, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how probably not too much right on the Red Alert, but again, we know of Red Alert, and with the history he put in,
right?
I just feel like people, the DJs that's upcoming, or even in our generation, should really go and see what that experience is like. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what it was like in the era that he was DJing and the accomplishments that he had to actually take. He said he got stuff in there from his crib that like he ain't never really touched in years.
Listen, man, I've had personal conversations with Red Alert, man. I've had the pleasure of opening up for Red Alert multiple times. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the classic legendary Shadow Boat Ride or Toka Tuesdays or whatever other event, man, I had the privilege of opening up for Red Alert. But man, like the information that he has, the information he gave us. Remember, the Fix Show was the only show he did through the pandemic. We was the first show he did. Like,
that's a fact.
He said it himself. He ain't do no interviews. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe as I was looking through the hashtags, I didn't even really see too many other interviews outside of the one you posted. As far as like the one on BLS and the one that you did, I didn't really see too many other interviews.
At the end of the day, man, it's either you about the culture or you not, man.
And the Fix Show is about the culture. If you didn't know,
man,
the Fix Show is really heavy on the culture, man. If you didn't see it, we got clothing lines coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got all different type of new comedians coming up. So we bring a whole different vibe of the show.
Well, I'm gonna correct you on that I'm gonna correct you on that when we actually got. I downloaded something to show you, but I'll wait till the guests get here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that DJ Red Alert experience was something that the culture needed, deserved, and I appreciate Uncle Red, man, for being the type of person that he is in this culture, man. You know what I'm saying? And what's cool about him is that, if you want to have a conversation, you have a conversation with you, man. And I've learned so much from being around him that I honestly, that's what I'm pushing for. I'm pushing to have the same longevity that he has in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm pushing for. I want a career.
Yeah, because
like his.
Because he is still on WBLS, and to be honest with you, shout out to damn, what's the host name? Damn, I listen to them every day. I can't even remember her name now.
You're on the blank?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's on do the show with.
On what's
WBLS? Damn, my fault. She's amazing too. My fault for even forgetting her name, but I listen to the show all the time. WBLS is one of my favorite stations, by the way. Shout out to the Quiet Storm too. That's my joint. Right. But it's like he, like you said, is still on the radio, still being able to produce great segments. That's not easy. And I'm talking from experience of only just being here with y'all for about 2 years now. So it's like that shit is not easy to have that much, like you said, longevity and success, and it still have that much energy and that. And again, like I said, you still have to be able to produce. Like I listen to him, and it's still I'm interested in the show.
Yeah.
Like I mean, he's not boring. He's not sitting there like
right.
It's an amazing to have him still be able to be part of a culture like this, because this is what we need. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Right.
Yeah. So I definitely, personally am going to go visit the station. I know you, Trace had called me and invited me out to come out there. I couldn't make it, but I'm definitely going to go out there to check the artifacts and to check the spot, because I love history. I love it. You know, I love this culture too.
And at the end of the day, shout out to Cool DJ Red Alert for giving us that exclusive interview.
Absolutely,
he gave it to us. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate him taking time out of that busy day he had, which was busy. Right. A lot of media.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he took the time out to do that clip for us. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate you, Cool DJ Red Alert, Uncle Red. I appreciate you, Unc. You know what it is. We're gonna get into a quick break. And then when we come back, we got our guest of the night here. Y'all gonna have some laughs today. We got some laughs today, man.
Some fun.
We got a special guest in the building, man.
We're gonna get him drunk first, too.
Right. DJ Epidemic, man, hit us with something.
True.
We talk about love, we get up, enough for that. Love alone. Them feel say every day we are give one another gunshot. We rise above. Rise up. Yeah. Well, watch out then. We see a shot to help him and me brother where they show say love in the ghetto, so we gonna be out. Cause where there is love, there gotta be hope. So hold on firm and remember to pray.
The same face I get up and see every day. More time and no stress on it to get your way.
So where there is love, there gotta be hope.
So hold on firm
and remember to pray. Them say that we hopelessly heading to those that them still over rising the heaven no low that.
They make sure gun dead and the youth them a bus shot. They make sure judge steady and the baby a bun crack.
DJ Epidemic.
Juvenile with the share in a bun back.
Can them realize why come at a high price? Don't get those cold and in a prison no nice.
So we send the fight up, the rise up above that. Some gang go fight, some a pull on a jump track.
No what just to redeem them a bust like gunshot. Get to youth straight and we
don't chat. We see a shot of every man in the brother we're there. Show say love in the ghetto, so we gonna be okay. Cause where there is love, there gotta be hope. So hold it firm and never to pray.
Happy find something. One pick a cherry, still me woulda cut a pumpkin. But woulda berry if me coulda get a virgin. Yes, hunting. Now find something. And if I don't tell you, then a baby all browning. Sitting by a man.
Strange things are happening. Strange things are happening. Strange.
Don't wrong and act like Selena. I'm a funny man, tell him no Camina. Doing things one day and in a week. We have nine dinner, we both got the dinner. We have the cup of dinner, Selena.
Remember it was on, that was on. A boy want me go, want me tell him to flee. I tell you it was under the sycamore tree. The sun stopped shining for them. Tell you it was under the sycamore tree. A boy want me go, want me tell him to flee. I tell you it was under the sycamore tree. The sun stopped shining for them. She's dangerous. Got them a bashing girl. Big bumper come them girl and the phone dangerous. Got them a bashing girl. Fresh like a rose in a hot girl clothes dangerous. Got them a bashing girl. The program. Have you ever stopped to think what make a girl cheat? Have you ever asked her if she like company? You need to take yourself before you start kiss your cheek. Nah, you're not ready for this yet, boy. Have you ever wondered what make a girl come? A woman must be satisfied before you say you're done. You can't say a thing if you end up against fun. You're not ready for this yet, boy. And you're a little fool, I say I am rule the world. And with my bum scary and I sleep over world. Get your act together before you look another girl. You're not ready for this yet, boy. Did you even realize a woman have mood? You have to know for younger little girl of one road. That's why you let that man eat bully pound of food. Oh no, not ready for it. Oh no, not ready for it. Oh no, not ready for this yet, boy. Was I wanna full of yourself, right? Hot fire there, but they would not blaze. Gotta feel work a miracle to make the dead race. Round them up and lock them up for day, hey, hey. Have you ever thought to think what make a girl cheat? And have you ever asked her if she like how you do it? You need to check yourself before you start kiss your TikTok. You're not ready for this yet, boy. Have you ever wondered where make a girl come? A woman must be satisfied before you say you're done. You can't say you're thinking you end up against one.
I cherish every moment that you're around. I might not show it cause I can't find words to say. I try to say I love you, but I get tongue-tied. I start to read your word and fail in every way. I wish you would stay longer.
Just a little longer.
Bright up my life like Disney World. I wish you would stay longer.
To make me stronger and stronger.
But just like magic, you will go.
It's not that I don't love you.
One, you know what it is. We are live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com. Right now, in the building for the next couple minutes, we have comedian extraordinaire.
I just feel like laughing already.
Comedian extraordinaire. A good friend of the show. He's been on the show when I first started this show. You understand what I'm saying? He go by the name of Mr. Joe Show. Let's clap it up, y'all, man. Joe Show in the building, man. Yeah, man. Joe Show is here, man. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, hold on. Go ahead. Talk about the mic.
1, 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait. There we go.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay, we got you.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we good. Now we straight.
Man, what's up, man?
Man, thank y'all so much for having me, man.
Yeah, it's all good.
Man, it's a blessing, man. The Fix, I'm here. Me and DJ Trace, we go way back, man. So it was an honor. I couldn't miss this. Almost missed it, but I can't miss this.
That phone call would have been different tomorrow morning. That phone call would have been different.
I'd have been canceled.
Very understanding of the schedule, you know what I'm saying? But we definitely appreciate you taking the time out to, make sure you make it.
Thank you. And this is a special occasion because they give me the rosé with the ice in it.
You know how we do it. Listen, Trace, talk to him nice. Shout out to Black Bottle Boy. Shout out to Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I'm bougie. I don't drink champagne with ice in it. But you know what? I said, you know what?
Yeah, you know what? Listen, we gotta put the drink.
You gotta chill it.
Yeah, well, with the lids
gotcha.
To the restrictions of the place. So again, you know what I'm saying? We bring out the ice just cause.
Say less. But let's get to
it.
it.
Make sure you was here, so we make sure you brought the rosé out. So again, yo.
Let me know.
I reached out to Joe Show because listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a fan.
Thank you.
I'm a fan first.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Vibes in Queens?
Yes,
okay,
I've been to Vibes.
Yo, I've seen you. I was doing this is back. I was doing a game night, whatever the case may be. Right. But shout out to Luke. Luke was he started hosting these these comedy shows.
Uh-huh.
And I remember seeing you. I remember vaguely. I was like, yo, I don't want to say that wrong, but I'm like, yo, nah, I know he was there because I remember laughing my ass. So I remember being there. It was a couple of people that he had that I was
off of Liberty, right?
off of Liberty.
Yes,
right.
spot,
So you was there.
Spot.
This was a while. This was a few years back. But So again, man, I've been a fan since then.
I appreciate it.
And I was just like, yeah, all right, listen, man, I know the status is different now, so I'm gonna shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, you hit me right back, and yeah, absolutely, man. So salute to you for that.
Thank you.
You know, and it's amazing. It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's funny that you mentioned that show. One thing about comedians that I thought it was just me, but we know each and every show that we've done. You know what I'm saying? We remember every show. Like, you know, in my career, I've probably done thousands of shows. You know, I've been doing comedy for a long time. But I find comedians, we remember each show. Each show is unique and has its own, you know what I'm saying? So I remember that night too.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing too, though, because you get people in all different types of these entertainment business, actors, rappers, singers. And again, you know, years go by and they're like, yo, you know, I really don't remember when because, you know, you guys, especially with the new era, I feel like with this new social media, the time is flying by. You know, like I said, I'm a fan. So I was remembering when it was just you. Right. You know, doing 15-second clip videos. And then it's just like, now we're in an era where y'all got reels, you could put however long, you collaborating with people, amazing people too.
I always got to start every time I start talking about social media, because social media, I'd say it revived my career.
I was going to ask,
right?
What was the change?
So basically, I was doing stand up, and I felt like stand up was cool. I was a purist. I didn't, you know, in New York City we have like the main rooms, like the comedy clubs, and then you have, you know, the alternative circuits, like clubs and lounges and stuff like that, where we perform comedy.
Right.
But I was a purist. I was straight comedy every single night. I wasn't trying to do social media. And people like Blase Blah from When the East Is in the House, Danny Deuces, you know, these people, my dude, DJ Lennox, NYC,
Shout out to Lennox.
Yeah, DJ Sparks. These people would be in my ear like, yo, do social media, get on social media. And I'm like, nah, man, that's not for me. And I didn't listen for like 4 years. I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I look back at the people who started back then, they're like, they're doing millions. You know what I'm saying? They doing big things. I don't regret not starting back then, but I wish I would have listened. So the moral of the story, listen when people, you know what I mean?
Well, you can't listen to everybody, but it was a good, that was a good way, that was a good reason to listen. But I still feel like, I was also ask you, like, I feel like you're underrated, even when it comes to the social media platform.
Right.
I feel like you're underrated.
Right.
A comedian. But before I get into that part, I wanted to ask, like, when you said that the social media part, you know, shot your career up and, you know, did what it did.
Yeah.
I mean, who were the influences that you were seeing at the time?
Right.
That you were like, okay, let me now really go hard with the social media because X, Y, Z may be getting a little bit more shine, or not, like, you know, just I need to.
So it would be a good friend of mine, Mr. Commodore. You know what I'm saying?
That's the homie.
Right.
He didn't
you know
answer
what
my
I'm saying?
messages, but all right, cool. Yeah, we'll get into that. No, we don't get into that. No,
we get him up here.
We'll get him up here. All right, cool. What's up, too? Like, what's up?
So we were friends before the social media, like me, him, Omar. Like,
shout out to Omar, comedian.
Yeah,
that's
so
my guy.
That
my brother right there.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Omar. So that uptown comedy crew, like Omar and Commodore, like those were my people. Then when I started seeing Commodore doing social media and having the success that he was having, I never got jealous or envious. I just was like, okay, that's him. He's doing his thing. And then people were like, man, you could do this too. And I'm like, the whole thing is like, it's so different. Stand-up is so much different from putting that camera in front of your face and doing skits and all that stuff like that. So I was like, I don't know about it. But I watched him do it and I said, yo, he's killing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me throw my hat in the ring.
Right.
And then Danny Deuces, she really took me. Yes.
She's heavy, man.
She took me and she said, nah, you know, she took me and Dupree and she was like, yo, we gonna do this. So we just started shooting skits and they just started going viral. We was making World Star like every week. So that was my introduction to it. Someone brought Danny Deuces to me and they was like, yo, she want to do stand-up. So I was like, all right, let's do stand up. I'll show you how to do stand up. And she showed me how to do the social media stuff. So I owe it to her. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have never even started.
That's love.
But watching Commodore and watching Daniel Jean, you know what I'm saying? Daniel, when I started, Daniel Jean was at the stage where he was throwing Prince Z in water fountains.
Oh, that's a little after. That's a little.
No, it's after, but I was on it, but I wasn't making much of a noise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was doing little things, but I would say that when I started really getting more recognition for the skits that we were doing. And to be honest with you, I have a lot more fun behind the camera, writing the skits and putting things together than I'm now stepping more like, yo, this is me. You know what I'm saying? Like
I gotta say this for you. Just in case you ain't know, we live on Fire TV, Roku, Instagram. We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube. It's all live.
Roku.
This ain't no podcast. We live.
We live. We live, everybody.
We live for real. Yeah. We are live for real. I gotta say this for the viewers who are tuned in right now. Do not get this social media stuff twisted. Joe's show is a real live comedian.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I was there early 2000s when he was filling up rooms.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I was there when he was doing small rooms, medium rooms, big rooms. I was there when he was doing events for me.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I was DJing for him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was there.
Yep.
Don't get this social media stuff twisted. It's cool.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. But he's a real comedian.
Absolutely.
Yo, that helped me. Being a comedian helped me because, yo, I ain't gonna lie. When you don't have them numbers and you come into that social media game, a lot of the guys who have the bigger numbers, they don't want to, they don't deal with people. Like if you walked into a social media setting and you want to do some skits, they look at you like, dog, you got 100 followers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good on you. You know what I'm saying? Who you? You know what I'm saying? You're unproven. So when I walked in with my little 5,000 followers, the only reason they messed with me was because I was a comedian and I knew comedy. You know what I'm saying? I was funny and I was proven. So they was like, they gave me that extension, that freedom to rock with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I already came from a world of comedy. So they
Yo, Joe, listen, man. Hold on, look. And I want to ask this to a real person like you because music is totally different. Now we have a lot of artists up here.
Right.
The show has really been artist based, but I really want to ask this, like, your obviously before social media shit, your goal was more or less comedian based, right? You want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Was there an overall goal to be like, was it just like the stand-up comedian? Was it be an actor comedian? Was it to be like a before social media shit? What was the goal?
Yo, the goal before social media, the goal was to just be but the main goal was to be the dopest comedian. I just wanted to be the dopest comedian.
Did you have a view of whether it had been stand-up or movies or like TV? Did you have a view?
So I wanted to do Wildin' Out. I wanted to do all those things.
Okay.
And that was the goal. I wanted to, ascend to those heights. I wanted to be mentioned amongst the greats of New York City.
Now, when you say that, your vision obviously before social media was totally different.
Yes.
Like you said, right?
Yeah.
You didn't want to touch it. They telling you to get into it.
Yeah, man.
Now you jump into it. Do you feel like, because it is saturated, right? This is social media. This is not just comedian. This is not just music. This is not just fashion, right? I think we are in a saturated world when it comes to social media.
Yep.
Anything that you might put on, everybody's going to gravitate towards it.
Yep.
Do you feel like when Trace just said, and how I feel also about, do you feel like you are amongst these elite comedians, these other comedians that you might feel even have more followers or that might have more viewings than you? Do you feel like you're amongst them?
When you say comedians, do you mean like just?
I'm talking about just the social media.
Okay, yeah. So the social media comedians, I'm just as funny as them. Or you know what I'm saying? I would never say I'm funnier than anyone because there's no contest when it comes to each their own. Everybody has their own lane. But dog, my creativity is like bananas, bro. You know what I'm saying? The things that I come up with. Like one of the first things that put me on the map was doing Thanksgiving on the train. You know what I'm saying? Like that was so left field. You know what I mean? Like the crew that I was rolling with, like me, Daniel Jean, Dupree, Danny, and everyone, Penny Leah, Sarah, everyone that was there, we just boom, we connected and we got tables and we made Thanksgiving dinner. We catered it on the train. It made the news.
Yeah.
My mom's was in Africa. She called me and she said, yo, I just saw you on TV when I was in Africa. Wow. What are you doing? I'm like,
yeah, that's heavy. Wow.
It made the news.
For that, man.
Right.
And
so
again, for your mom to call you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty dope. And like that made, it made the news and the newspaper and all that stuff like that. And I was like, man, all right, cool. I see what this is. Because literally with the advance of social media, it gave everybody an opportunity who couldn't get on TV, who couldn't get in the movies. Like, yo, boom, it's right here.
Right.
It's right here on your phone.
It's
you know
an audition, right? Because you had the audition before, like.
And regular comedians, they didn't like social media comedians because they felt like
y'all was
taken away from, taking food off their plate. But there's room for everybody, bro.
Right.
And social media comedians, they're the future. You know what I'm saying? There's stand-up comedians, they are it. But social media comedians, this is where the young kids, this is what they look at.
Right.
They look at this.
This is the stand-up to them because
that is their stand-up.
Again, they're not able to check into the the 42nd Street, got this comedy club up the block, go check it out, $15. Or they're not able to get into the 18-year older, let's just put it like that, venues. So again, a 16-year-old, 14-year-old could watch your videos and still be amazed and laugh at your videos.
Right.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? I don't want to go left with anything.
Go left, man. Go left, dog. That's all I do.
Listen, good. I'm trying to stay quiet because I know Joe.
Yeah, he said it was good,
I want you to, what I'm saying? But I want to ask you this, man.
What up?
Do you feel like now that you're doing this social media comedy stuff, do you feel that limits you as a comedian just being a social media, you know what I'm saying, comedian? Do you think that title limits you and what you could do outside of social media?
I'm gonna answer that. Does it limit me? In a sense, time-wise, it limits you because you're just thinking skits. But I'm thinking bigger than that, dog. Like, I'm literally producing a series, you know what I'm saying, a TV series. I'm working on so much stuff, dog, that there is no limit. Like, I've always thought to myself, stand-up is just not going to be it. I want to literally, this is going to sound crazy, but one of my dreams have been to be the host of a NBA games. You know, when you go to the NBA and they're like, yo, fans, I've always wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how big I am. I want to host an NBA game. I want to be the guy that makes the announcements and tells people, yo, this is the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about for the next, I mean, at the arena itself when you're enjoying that, because I enjoy hosting. You know me, Trace. You know, I host. Right. This is like, I see so many people calling themselves the best damn host and all that stuff. But literally, I host, bro. Like, I tear it down when I host. And this is like one of my skills. I'm very skilled at it. And I've learned from like the best, like Mike Yard, Rashid
Shout out to Mike Yard. I used to DJ for Mike Yard back in 2009, 2008. Around there, I used to do comedy events.
Right, and you know how dope he is, man. Yeah, he gets on that stage and he sits on a stool. Yeah, he's just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, so watching these guys coming up, there's sky's the limit, man. Like, I literally, I thought I was a dope actor until I auditioned for a few stuff and they were like, nah. So I had to take acting classes to get better as an actor. And it shows in my skits. Like, you could watch from when I first started to where I'm at now. Like, you know what I'm saying? My acting's better, and I take criticism. I love criticism. When people be like, yo, man, that shit was trash. And you'll see it in the comments. Because in the comments, people be like, yo.
I've known you for a long time, Joe. I've never had, I think you've always been top of the line comedian, man. There hasn't been one day that I've seen him do a show where you was trash or you said something that wasn't funny.
There was a show. I'm gonna break it down. Yo, there's a show with Smokey Suarez. Shout out to you, Smokey.
Shout out to Smokey.
Shout out to Smokey.
He was there. Was he there with you, Bob?
I think he was.
He did come to Bob. I don't know if he was there with you that night, but he's been to Bob.
I know we had. I think it was AG White. We had that.
AG White. Yeah.
But yo, busted it. So it was. There's a show. It's floating around. There's a video. So Rashid Thurman is like one of New York City's dopest comedians. You know what I'm saying? He was like on the cusp of destroying like the world, being the next Kevin Hart. Literally, there's a video clip. I wish it didn't exist, but I'm glad it exists because then it shows people how long I've been doing it. But it's him, Smokey, all the greats, all the New York City greats, and it's me. You know what I'm saying? I was younger then, and I was coming up. I was super nervous.
What year was that?
This had to be like probably like 2009, 2010.
Because I got footage from those
years.
years.
But with this show, it was a huge show, and it was like my first time sharing the stage with these big acts.
Right.
And dog, I was super nervous. Right. And like, I was telling you, they put me up in like in the middle of like some big name guy, and I got up there, and I told a joke, and they wasn't laughing. So I was like, oh, okay. Oh, you ain't like that, right? I literally, in the middle of my set, I was like, oh, okay. So the thing with a comedian, like, they'll keep going, they'll keep telling the jokes, and if they don't get the rhythm that they want, if they don't get the laughter that they want, it's like you either could just skip over it or you could acknowledge it. Right. And I acknowledged it. Yeah. I wish I wouldn't have, because when you go back and watch that video, you'll hear me say in the video, all right, so that's not funny. You know what I'm saying? I literally said, all right, cool, that's not that funny. And then everybody busted out laughing. And it's just a moment. And I'm never embarrassed at anything, because I know what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Right. Nah, man, but I gotta say, man, from a person who saw you, you know what I'm saying? Can I say the beginning?
Yeah, man.
Was it the beginning?
Dog. Yeah.
From a person who's seen you for the beginning, man, like I've seen you grow, through social media, and also through just, going to your events and you being a part of whatever I've done.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You definitely hold it down as a comedian. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm happy to be a part of that history and seen it.
Man, you giving me my roses right now? That's what you're doing?
Yeah,
you giving me the roses right now?
There's a real story. I don't know if you remember this. So my cousin Dave, shout out to Dave.
Shout out to you, Dave.
He bought an event space in Harlem, 116th Street.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
And my cousin was like, yo, what are we going to do with it? And I was like, give me a second. We're going to do a comedy show. Give me a little while. This was what, 2015, 14, like somewhere around there?
Had to be,
right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, give me a second. This is
earlier than that.
2013?
This is 2012.
Right. So this
2012.
This is me and him was almost seeing each other every month, every other week, you know what I'm saying? And then me and Omar, you know what I'm saying, we was getting cool. Yeah. So I was like, hold up, I know some comedians. Yeah. Maybe we could put something together. And I put something together like that quick. He was hosting. You brought some guys out.
Yes.
I paid him.
Yes.
And he brought some people out. I don't remember who the fuck you brought out.
I brought out Dino, Omar, Smokey.
Omar was there, but I don't know. I don't know who else. But you brought out some guys.
Oh, probably Omar is the one that you remember the most because he was killing it.
Right. And we turned that into like a little series for like about 2-3 months.
Oh, right? I wish we had cameras filming that.
I have.
Oh, you got the footage?
Yo, I hit you like a couple years ago, and I was like, yo, Joe, I got some footage of you. You was like, nah, I got my material. I don't want people to, you know what I'm saying? I remember having that conversation.
Like, yo, that's his old.
No, he didn't want people copying, because that's what it is with comedians.
Man, you know what, man? I wish the way that I felt then, I realized was wrong, because you know what? I always felt like, man, I don't want to put it out because I don't want people stealing it, because people steal. But listen, if you don't put it out, nobody knows you did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nobody knows you did it. People want to enjoy it.
I was trying to help you out.
Right. You was trying to help me. But I was like, I was like, nah, man, I ain't really trying to have people steal my stuff.
I'm trying to find it.
You was in a good business space too.
So let me tell you how dope that was, man. Them times were so dope that I always said I would never date a stripper.
he said I always said
I would never date a stripper. A stripper came to that show that we did way back. And man, I fell in love with a stripper. I was dating.
Man,
yeah,
pour up.
Yeah, you gotta pour up to that, man. You gotta pour up to that. Yeah, side story. Side story. We're doing, and then she invited me to a. Matter of fact, she didn't invite me. I went with a friend to a bachelor party, and she ended up being there. And she was like, "Yo, I remember you from the show that we went to a Trace," and I was like, "Yeah." So, long story short. She remembered me from the show, and she was the stripper of the night at the bachelor party. I didn't know because she was dressed, and then she came out with like the lingerie, and she had like the freaking
little makeup, pom-pom, and everything on.
Nah, no, she was doing some crazy stuff. She had a cigarette, and she made the cigarette do things, and
I remember some shit like
that. And then like oh man, it was crazy. Just use your imagination, all the wildest things, and we had a connection, and we started dating, and then like I was like, damn, I'm dating a stripper. But like nothing's wrong with dating a stripper, but she wasn't a regular stripper. She was like the girl who does like the crazy stuff. Right. And I didn't care. That's when I was like
an acrobatic stripper.
Yeah. Nah,
like
I mean like
stripper.
the stripper like that's like, nah, yo, ma, did you just really make that bottle disappear?
Yeah.
They both say, yeah. I'm clearly y'all been to an event where the bottle had disappeared.
It's about to be like, where'd he go?
Where'd the bottle go?
Blues.
Yeah, man. And then you know, whatever happened with that. And then years later, I was at Squads with Rip Michaels when they used to do Squads in Brooklyn. And me and her, like, we lost contact. And I saw her years later, and I was like, yo, what's up? Remember? Yeah, I was like, yeah, what's up? What you up to? She's like, yeah, you know, I found the Lord. I was like, what? I was like, where's the Heineken bottle? Like, yeah. You're not gonna do that trick that you did?
Yeah.
She's like, no, that was my past life. And I was like, I don't think I'll be talking to you anymore.
Yes,
yeah, so that came from that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's other crazy stories too, man.
Right,
Yeah.
but real quick, going back to that, like this was something that was like we did this for like almost 3 or 4 months every week, and on 116th Street, you know
Right
what
across the street from Amy Roots.
Right, and it was turning into something. It's just my cousin ended up, you know, selling the space or whatever. But we turned it into something. It was catered with Spanish food. We used to eat Spanish food all the time.
Empanadas.
We was good. You know what I'm saying?
Eating good.
But it was dope because we was putting the hip hop with the comedy. You know what I'm saying? They had a DJ. Me and him was feeding off each other.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. You know, we had people from Lower East Side, from Harlem.
Yes.
People were really buying tickets.
People were coming through, dog.
Yeah,
it was dope. And I think that was like, you were one of the first DJs I've connected with. Because in my set, I like to do a lot of music and comedy. I mix it together. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things you can't do on TV because, you know, the copyright of the music and stuff like that. But a live show, like I do a joke about going to the free clinic. This is how much I've grown. I would never do this joke now because I would be like, I don't know when to steal it, but I don't care now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like people got to know. So I do a joke where I say, you know, I wish the DJ would be at the free clinic. You know what I'm saying? Because the free clinic is a scary place. So depending on the music, you know, the music would put you at ease. So if the nurse walks out with a smile on her face, the DJ will look at you and play songs like, you know, I ain't worried about nothing, French Mountain. I ain't worried about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing. Nah. Right? But if the nurse comes out with a frown on her face, the DJ would play songs like, fuck with me, you know I got it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And like those are one of the things I would do where I would use live music, you know, the DJ playing music. So I utilize the DJ because a lot of times in these you know, you're doing your set, the DJ just standing there like you know what I'm saying? Like laughing and chilling. Nah, I'm like, work, man. Yeah, do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? And you gain a rapport and it makes for a better show. You know, I find. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, he was one of the first that I used to do all them little tricks with and all that.
I wanted to touch on a question that he asked you earlier when he was about social media actually making it feels like a hinder or if it's a limit. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that it also could be like a 24/7 audition? Like I see some of these people, some of these comedians, social media comedians that we label as that, I guess. But I see them in commercials, so I might see them like in a little behind the scenes of a TV show I'm watching. Like, do you feel like? I mean, like it can be still as a audition
or resume?
Nah, it did because it helped me land a role. And so I did this a short feature that's turning into a full length feature called Behavior. And it was entered in a Canadian film festival, several film festivals, and it won mad awards. Wow. And I was discovered from my stand-up through a company called FlowX Films with this guy named Juan Lee, who's the director and a filmmaker. And he saw me and he put me in these roles. He put me in a role as the dad in this film called Behavior, and it's blowing up. Now they're shooting a full-length feature. So that's one of the things that me doing social media led to. You know what I'm saying? Me doing these movies and, you know what I'm saying? So the more movies I do, the more people I see, the more I blow up. So, beautiful thing, man.
What else you got working on, man? I want to know.
Man, so,
that's heavy right there. You get into a segment like that.
Segue. Yo, I'm excited. Yo, I'm actually branching out to the world of OnlyFans.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Look at Trey.
You ain't showing your toes, are you, Joe? You ain't gonna be up there toe fetishing on
you. Nah. Nah, so I don't know if y'all know, but there was a moment where OnlyFans was saying that they're gonna stop with the girls and all that stuff and the crazy stuff, and then they trying to change their mind, right? But they're rebranding themselves. So we're using that as a platform to showcase, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but you can't really do all the crazy stuff that you used to do before on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like all the crazy violence and the you know what I'm saying, the racier stuff, you can't do it. You get flagged. My page, I know you guys, I guarantee you got flagged for something that you've said, or you might have even said something about COVID and they ban you, not even ban you, shadow ban you.
Yeah.
All these things they do.
I'm shadow banned every week.
Facts, dog.
I'm shadow banned right now.
Right, right?
No, it's not that. It's conversations I have with people on social media, because I'm really like into the stuff, and I'm heavy against a lot of stuff, and I really express my opinion through social media.
Oh, wow.
So I'm shadow banned. Like, I can't even post right now. I can't do regular posts, and I can't comment on people's posts right now.
Oh wow.
That being said, we coming out with this thing called Against Community Guidelines, and it's a show that allows us to do all the things that we couldn't do on social media. Now we can do it on OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? So it's called Against Community Guidelines. You can go on Instagram. We created an Instagram page for it, and you can subscribe. And it's
what's the Instagram page?
It's Instagram page called Against Community Guidelines, and it's a series that me and Daniel Jean. So Daniel Jean is like, this is the big homie. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So right. So this guy is like one of the pioneers in New York City of doing skits and content creation. And like, yo, I've been working with him and Dupree, and man, this guy gets banned for everything. You know what I'm saying? He loses his page. Everyone's losing their page.
I was just with Dupree a couple days ago.
Yes. I'm going to touch on Dupree. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot do the interview without telling you some of the crazy stories with this guy. One of the craziest rappers, dope, and content creators that I've known and met throughout this. But with this thing, this project, Against Community Guidelines, is basically taking hold of our talent and saying, listen, man, you guys can't dictate what we do on social media, because they're literally censoring us. They're making us not be able to be ourselves. So someone posted something, man, who would win? Would you fight a bear, a tiger, or a lion for $1 billion? I said something like, yo, man, I would strangle the bear, kill the. They was like, nah, flag. I was like, what you talking about? It's a hypothetical question. I'm not gonna kill nobody. Flag. I was like, you know what? I'm through. I'm good.
Can I respond?
Say it.
Yeah. I don't think that it's specifically social media itself. I think that because the world right now that we live in, this current state is absolutely very sensitive. You understand what I'm saying? And this is some of the things that Dave Chappelle was touching on through some of his series. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are real sensitive towards saying certain things, and you can't talk about certain topics
certain things anymore.
You can't give your opinion
as a
on
comedian.
anything.
Comedy is the last art form that you would think.
Even not being a comedian, just as a person,
yeah,
you can't give your opinion on anything. You can't talk about anything. You can't give feedback on anything. You can't talk about nothing with anybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it's horrible that there has to be guidelines within freedom of speech. Well, freedom of speech ain't freedom of speech anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, listen, now that the social media world is controlled by, it's not public, it's controlled by these corporations.
Controlled by people.
Right. It's controlled by corporations. So literally they can dictate to you what you can do or what you can't do.
Right. Based off their feelings.
Yeah, based off their feelings. But yes.
But that's only because people complain about shit.
Right. But
if
we
wouldn't complain, there wouldn't be guidelines.
But listen, we stood by and we watched all this happen to the point now where it's like out of control. Now you want to complain, but before, like, as it happens, progresses step by step, nobody says nothing until it gets too crazy where you literally, you can't say this, you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? It's whack. But I say this, TikTok. So TikTok has a strong morality code. So you can't do certain things on TikTok. And the fact that Instagram wants to compete with TikTok, they follow suit. So that's why
now
Instagram's like that.
Is OnlyFans changing their guidelines?
Nah, yeah, they have changed their guidelines, but
is it more open?
Yeah, no. It's not. It's basically you can do with it what you want to do, but there's no bullying and stuff like that.
Nah, but for your
for our the project that we're working on. Listen, you can subscribe right now to our OnlyFans. It's called it's called the OnlyFans called Against Community Guidelines. You can subscribe for free. We're gonna put up the first episode in March, and it's so super dope. And then I'll touch on my other project. My other project I'm working on is with G Unit. So I'm doing something with G Unit. Shout out to Tony Yayo. I'm not gonna say too much about it. Just look forward to it. It's gonna be coming out really super soon, like next month. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big look right there.
You know what, Joe, man? I think we should go back to doing what we used to do, man. Just bring that old school comedy vibe back, even if it's once a month. Man. I think we should do it, man.
Yeah, because right now I got a weekly that I do in Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, man. Yeah, I love Brooklyn.
I was trying to get you in the spot when I was in the other spot.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say the name, but at that
other spot, right?
Yeah.
But now I got a spot.
The first person I called, right? I was like, yo, let's get you a residency.
I got a show called Not Your Ordinary Comedy Show, Funniest Fridays. It's in Brooklyn, 2281 Nostrand Avenue. Every Friday, I co-host with Daniel Jean. We bring out rappers, we bring out comedians. It's not your average comedy show. I do like everything crazy, kind of like what we used to do.
Right.
But there's nothing like what we used to do. But this show on Fridays is super dope. I hope everybody comes out. 2281 Nostrand Avenue.
Every Friday?
Every Friday. There's a spot
called
this Friday. Come Through. It's called the Juicy Box Bar.
Make sure I got a nice table.
I got you. with a bottle of this rosé.
Oh, you say you come in here? Yo, for some reason I can't.
You good too, fam.
Yo, we good. I work on Fridays.
You got so much mic.
I do remember you though.
Yeah.
I remember when you worked at the Inkwell over there on Nostrand with Esteban.
Yeah, wow.
And you would put me on the spot when you asked me, "Oh, you have these records? I need you to play this record in my set."
Yes,
I think that's when you was first really coming back out and doing stand up. I think that was like the first night you said, "Yeah." You made your comeback that night, so I do remember that night.
Yeah. So I love stand up, and I ain't gonna lie. Since I've been doing so much social media, it's hard to balance it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how much time we got to talk about this.
No, we got time.
Yeah, you're the only guest today. We have
Joe,
you got time.
You're the one who said you had to be somewhere. We got time.
We got time for you, man.
We got time.
Yo, it's hard to balance doing stand-up comedy and doing social media, Instagram, these skits.
Okay, can I pause you there for a second?
Dog.
What's the average time you spend to do one skit?
One skit.
All right.
This is for the listeners. If y'all listening right now, y'all pay attention. This is some gems.
And I want you to throw in the time that you have to upload, post, write the caption.
Hold on. Are you wait before you ask that, Trace? Are you actually doing the edits? Are you doing
I'm doing the edits.
Okay.
I'm editing. I'm shooting.
You're doing the writing.
So
How much time?
Okay, so this is a process.
Right. Listen.
I want to know.
So before we're shooting it, we're actually writing it, and we're having sessions where we come up with the ideas. You know what I'm saying? So this is not just we met and like, yo.
And people think that.
I'm
pretty sure you
like we meet up like, yo, let's just shoot this. No, we plan it out. We think of like, and then when we do that, that's where it hits more because now it's like conceived and it's you know, it's thought of. It's thought of like beforehand so that it's super dope. You know what I mean? That's why the things go viral because we think of it beforehand. And what I don't do and a lot of people do, I don't do this. But a lot of other people do it. No shade on you other people, but a lot of people just take other people's videos and just remix it
or
remake it or just say, oh, this is this version of it. Nah, we come up with original stuff.
Your original stuff. So how much time? Tell me.
Guys, sorry.
Tell us.
Okay. All right. So the process is we speak. Okay, so we have a day where we meet and we collab and think of the idea, right? So boom, that's the first thing. That would happen on a Monday. And then let's say we chose to shoot on a Wednesday. Wednesday, all the players get together and it's going to be a whole day of shooting. So within a 6 hour span, it's probably an hour for each skit, right? So we'll shoot like in 6 hours, we'll shoot 3 skits, right? So 2 hours.
You said 3 skits.
3 skits with 5 fingers. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give away all the secrets.
From
I said,
from the fifth floor.
Is this rosé, man?
Yeah.
Is this rosé with the ice in it?
Stop the ballet.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but he definitely gave us
All right. I'm gonna say it like this. So boom. So 6 hour times we'll get 3 skits done, and then boom. Now we got it done. Now we gotta edit it, put the music in it. And then we sit on it and we say, what's the best time to put it out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't just shoot it and put it right out. So now we put it out strategically, like, okay, does this relate to anything that's happening currently?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, right based off of that? Or no?
Yes. Okay. So maybe a month ago we shot a Valentine's Day skit. Okay. And literally, I don't know if you guys seen it. Shout out to Sexy Face Stace. Sexy Stace Face.
Yes, my girl.
Yeah. And Dupree guy, we shot a Valentine's Day video where Dupree chasing me with the flamethrower.
That's you running?
Allegedly.
That's you running?
Yeah, that's me running.
Word.
I'm gonna just say allegedly just in case.
All right, cool.
There's any,
You're
trouble.
the cheater in the video?
All right, cheater?
I'm the cheater. I'm the guy. I'm like, I got my shirt half on with the white do-rag. I'm running through the streets, and he's shooting the flamethrower at me. So now in the video, he's like, yo, you know, we're gonna shoot the flamethrower at you, but don't run so fast. Like, just try to like let the fire barely hit you. Pew!
Right. Hold on.
Action. Pew! I'm out. Right. I'm like, no, I ain't running close to the fire. I'm out. Right. So if you look at the video, I'm like literally, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to risk anything, nothing. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? But it's always a controlled environment when we do it. We always have professionals on set that if anything goes wrong, we can handle the situation. You know? So we had there's a big video that I guess you guys know, maybe 2020 Dupree faced some kind of legal action for allegedly jumping on a city bus with the flamethrower. Right. Yeah, it was an idea that we came up with, and he saw the opportunity while shooting a music video, and he did it, and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, like, you ever be in a moment where you're like, oh yeah, this
works. This is it. Yeah.
That was that moment. He's on top of the school, the city bus. He's shooting it off, and then when the bus kind of like had a little flame on it, maybe I should say.
Allegedly.
Remember, we live.
Allegedly.
We live.
That's alleged.
So
you can't edit this. Watch what you say. Basically, I was like, oh damn. I was like, okay, but this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? This is art. This is like, you know, nobody was hurt, nothing. I knew nothing bad would happen because, you know, we had controlled. It was a controlled environment, and we had people on set that could handle anything. But dog, some of the things that we do, super amazing. These people are super talented. There's a guy that we rock with.
He hasn't answered you yet, but we're gonna get
Wait, I'm gonna finish that because I'm off on a tangent, but I gotta yo, these people that I work around, King Spider. There's a guy, have you seen this guy? King Spider.
Yeah.
He jumps. Yeah. He jumps platforms. Have you guys are from New York City?
He's the one. I just seen he just did a skit where Esteban was actually stealing churros, and he jumped from the other side to stop him and apprehend him.
But
go back to.
I'm sorry, but please school people on who these people are, because even me, I don't really look at social media for comedy too much. So I know certain people because you guys are personal friends of mine, but just let the viewers know who you talking about.
Listen, before we take everything and we take it global and we get like a TV show or Revolt or any place else that might want to book us, but holla at us. These people are amazing. So the guy I'm talking about, Dupree God, this is the guy with the flamethrower. We shot a Valentine's Day video. It's on World Star, went super viral. It's everywhere. Another guy I'm talking about, King Spider. So this is a guy who does acrobatic stunts in New York City on the terrain, on a train, on the platforms. As a kid, I used to be on a New York City platform, and I used to be like, man, I could jump that platform.
Look, I think everybody's thought of that.
Everybody's thought of that, man. I'm like, look at the platform, the train's here, and then there's a platform right there. I could jump here and land right there.
Well, everybody thought about trying to
I never did it. I thought about
doing it.
Hold on. You said you tried it?
No, I thought about doing it, but you know.
Right, like, you ain't do it.
I got older and I was like, I ain't gonna be.
You got older, you know, I ain't gonna do this. So this is one of the things I thought about as a kid. So to see someone doing it, like this guy is super athletic and he's jumping platforms in a controlled environment again, you know what I'm saying? Don't try this at home. Cool. And it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? So the whole team. And then we have another guy on the team, Tino.
Yeah.
Pandemonium. So if you want
my brother right there.
Right. All these people, you can find them on my page. But a guy, so back to your question. How long does it take to do these? And what's the process that goes behind shooting these skits? So basically we plan it out. We sit down, we collab, we walk through it, we see if it's possible to be done, especially when it's stunts. Like if it's something that involves stunts, we go through it and we make sure that, like, we've had people get hit by cars, We've had flamethrowers. We have people jumping tracks. We have you
Inside,
name it.
Middle of the streets. Doing
Yes,
dinners.
like middle of the street having dinners. Taking a whole subway train and making a carnival, making a freaking a dinner, a Thanksgiving dinner, you name it, we've done. Right. We did baby shower on the train. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people are duplicating these things. That's cool because it shows us that we're on the right path because people are trying to emulate it. So that means that we're doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But like the level of creativity, man, they gotta sign us, bro. Right. We got to get a deal somewhere.
So it takes about how long?
Yeah, right.
A whole day of shooting, bro. A whole day of shooting.
Like 24 hours.
24 hours.
To do one
a professional
joint.
shot.
Right.
Again, and that's for you creators. If you want to do it the professional way, again, they having meetings. Like you said, they're not just sitting around the next day thinking about something. Just
twiddling our thumbs. It's a full day. And then the hardest part of all this, Trace and Press, the hardest part of all of this is coming up with the caption. You did all of this. And now, what do you put as the caption?
Say the right shit.
You got to say the right thing.
You got to use the right hashtag.
You got to use it. So now it's like you become a publicist because now you got to use the right hashtag. You got to use the right, something that will catch people's attention. So there's a lot that goes into it.
So side B to that first question is, does using the right hashtag help your video go viral, or does the actual video itself, the content of it,
do what it's supposed to do?
Is what makes it go viral.
Okay, perfect example. Perfect example. Just recently, the baby had a situation with Danny Lee's brother at the bowling alley, right? We're in Connecticut at RPM Raceway with Drewski. And Commodore Drewski, as soon as I walk in, goes, yo, they got a bowling alley here. We got to redo the baby video. I said, yeah, I know.
Crazy.
Commodore walks in, yo, they got a bowling alley. We got to do. Everyone had the same idea. So this is one of those times where we actually just did it we didn't plan it. We did it on site. But before we did it, I literally, because I'm the one holding the camera, I literally said, all right, this is how we have to get it done. You know what I'm saying? We have to look at the video. We have to get the parts to it exactly like it's done.
To the girl even coming in when she came in, so she picked up everything was.
So everything is done strategically, and every little detail is paid attention to. And Commodore is such a great actor that like literally he knows where to add the funny. So as soon as the fight is broken up, he walks through the crowd, he swim through it, like pushing, looking like Red Fox, Sanford and Son style with the blunt in his mouth, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the look in his face, boom, so it's funny, it's hilarious. Because I told him, I said, all right, that part of the video is your time to shine. So now these videos are not like pieced together this whole way through. Okay. So now if you watch people who shoot videos like this, there's a tendency for everyone in the video, they just want to jump in and like cause chaos. As a viewer, you don't know what's going on when you watch something like that. Right. So I literally said to the whole crowd, I said, y'all people stay here. These main actors are the people that's going to be slipping on the floor. Right. You know what I'm saying? So now when you watch it, you don't see the time and that thought that went in there, but what you're left with is something that looks dope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Something that looks funny, something that's entertaining.
Right.
And when I say after we shot it, we knew it. We was like, this is going to go viral. Yeah. And 50 reposted it like maybe 30 minutes before doing his show, doing his halftime show, the Super Bowl halftime show. And that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? That they reposted it and then the baby comments on it. That's great. You know? So now it just looks like, okay, the whole world's watching. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say the whole world, yes, the whole world's watching.
Right. That's
you know
amazing,
what I'm saying?
Man. Salute to y'all for that. That was a crazy time and that was a crazy video. It's definitely fun.
I'm not. You're probably gonna be tired at me that I'm gonna say this, but I gotta be 100% honest. Like maybe it's because you, Omar, Commodore, are good friends of mine that I don't really put my mind into watching everything. I see it in the timeline real quick, but I don't watch the whole thing. And I'm like, that's my guy. If I want to see something, I can just hit him with something. Maybe it's because I feel entitled that you're my friend. Right. That I don't look at does that make sense? Like I don't look at the whole thing.
I get. You know when you do watch it, when you trust me, I do the same thing. When you do watch it, because you're doing so much in your life, but when you actually watch it is when you're just chilling and someone sends it to you.
Nobody's ever sent me anything.
Dog.
Maybe I'm too much of a serious fucking person for people to send me some shit.
My daughter, my daughter, she called me. My daughter's 12, and she goes, you know, I'm sick and tired. Every time I'm in class, the students are laughing, and then I'm like, what are they laughing at? And they're like, he's like, oh my God, it's my dad. And I'm like, oh my God, my daughters are watching this video. My daughter's watching these videos. So now I'm like, do I stop? Do I kind of like tailor it? Nah, let me just start, just keep being me. You know what I'm saying? But like for a second there, I'm like, damn, maybe I should chill. You know what I'm saying? Because like her friends are watching.
I'm about to say, hold on, Joe. She didn't see any of the starter videos with Danny because majority of those are like
they're kind of crazy. But you know what? I never thought. Well, she wasn't into social media then, but now those 2-3 years ago. But now it's like when we was kids. We talked about all the nasty things that we saw, and we did everything. So you got to expect kids to do the same thing now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have a responsibility, but at the same time, they're gonna do it regardless.
Right.
Did you ever, as a parent, think about doing a PG-13 type of skit for the kids?
Yeah. I'm actually writing a bunch of them. Right. Yo, it's funny that you say that. Okay. The pre hit me up and was like, bro, we gotta do some stuff for the kids. We gotta do some because he does crazy stuff. I do crazy stuff. And we gotta find a balance. He's like, yo, we gotta do a bunch of like PG stuff that'll fly on TikTok and kids can watch because kids are watching. So let's make a bunch of stuff. And that's the beauty of it, that we're just not doing one thing. We're diverse enough to do a little bit of everything. And you need
that's what shows your acting. That's what shows
the different range. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like if you do something cool, do something raunchy, do something PG, do something innocent. You know what I'm saying? I had an idea. It was called Random Acts of Kindness, where like you just doing kind stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to give these ideas out because somebody's gonna take them, but like
before you drop it,
you know what I'm saying? Let me just leave it alone.
We live. Hold on, Joe. So I got two questions for you. I got two questions for you.
What up?
So one of them was the acts that you deal with, that you work with. Now I know how you started with Danny. You say you guys you know collabed. Moving forward from there, and Daniel, go ahead.
Can you pause for a second? Epidemic, can you ask to see if we could get a little extra time? Can you ask for that? Can you at least like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right, we having too much fun.
Yeah. Just the people that you work with, because again, I'm a fan. Again, I'm a viewer, and I can get in the mix of the way you guys post, the way you guys content is. It comes out very frequently. Y'all guys drop content all the time. Between you, Danny, Daniel, Dupree, y'all guys are always y'all all have content. Do you choose? This is part one of the question. Do you choose, or how do you choose who you decide to work with? Are you in that same boat now where you're like, yeah, you got 1,000 followers?
This guy's smart. This guy is. So now have I become who? The person you're asking, have I become a gatekeeper, and how do we screen the people that we work with?
We got extra 10 minutes.
We got extra 10 minutes. All right, so to answer that, it's a referral system. One, numbers don't mean nothing. You can have 1 million fans, 1 million followers, but if you're not creative and you're not bringing something to the table, then it's kind of like, like for instance, there's a guy named Captain Haitian, Teddy, you know what I'm saying? He came into the fold. And he has this character that he does, Captain Haitian. He's Captain. He was wearing a Captain America suit, but he dances like Haitian, like Creole. It's silly. It's funny, but he's referred by somebody else, and he came into the fold. So we're open to work with everyone, but these people have to bring something to the table.
If it don't make sense,
it don't make sense. You know, just
okay. Now part two,
or whoever pays.
Right.
Okay. No, listen.
I mean, shit.
It's a business, right? No,
that's that. You say what you gotta say, Joe. What the fuck?
Let's not get it confused. This is your profession. So
don't laugh at that shit. That shit is real.
So I think that's another thing.
I'm the nice guy. Everybody else that I work with is not as nice as me.
Yeah, no, that's another thing though. I think y'all take a little bit of that type of look because of the social media, and they don't take y'all serious as if this is a profession too that we work on. So we're in that age where social media helps our profession. So you got to pay me to work to do what I do.
Right.
So my second part was when you first started out, you started out as a stand-up comedian, and then you went into your videos, and you are doing a lot in your videos that you were doing, even with Danny. Now I've seen a majority of your videos. A lot of them, yo, bro, you posted up as if you just on some regular person in the video. How does that transition go? Are you still writing these skits, or are you just like, oh well, I'm just a part of it, so I'm going to sit here? Or
nah, okay, perfect. I'm glad that you asked that. You know what I'm saying? And because I wondered how the public would perceive it. So now we ventured into this these characters called there's a toxic situation. So Daniel and Kitty, shout out to the real Kitty.
Yo, y'all be killing that story.
Right.
Those.
So she does this like character where she's super toxic, and Danny's her, her guy, and I'm the guy who's just in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's been a third wheel. Yeah, but everyone's been that guy. Like you around your boy and his girl. Maybe not. Right. And they're arguing. And you're just there. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh shit, like. I'm just here, you know what I'm saying? So I play that character. Okay. We all chip in and we all lend to the story. But I create a lot of the situations, but you just see me chilling.
Right.
So you would think like, yo, he's just in it, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm banking off of, I'm learning now, is facial expressions. So basically, I'm not talking, I'm writing this character that you're watching his facial expression. So when she does something so like, yo, she opened up his hero, and because he ate before she started eating, she was like, and she spits in the hero. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that off of watching something happen like that in real life. And then now, so I'm sitting there, and so now I made a face. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning like the simple things. So when you see me in a video and I'm just chilling as looking like the B-roll guy, I wrote it to be like that.
Okay. Yeah, because it definitely shows that way. I'll be looking at you like, because somebody will post it. It'll be on the Kitty show. It'll be on Kitty's page or Daniel's page, and then, they'll tag you. Right. And then I'm waiting for you to make your grand like entrance.
I'm just chilling in the cut.
It's like you do some shit like that, like. and then it's like you get kicked out of the crib or some shit like that. Right. So again, that's dope though. I like that.
Did you also? I'm sorry. You know what you're
talking about? Absolutely. Go ahead.
Did you write the joint with these are the ones that I did watch that I thought that were good.
Yeah.
Mr. Commodore talking to the chick saying, yo, why you gotta tell people we together? You know what, I'm with you. Like,
that's all Commodore.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all Commodore.
Those are the recent ones that I've seen.
I ain't gonna lie.
When they first did it. But that's real shit. Like that's real stuff.
There's one that I did write with Commodore where I'm with Danny. We're in the doctor's office, and I'm trying to holler at Danny. And then he comes out with like as a doctor, and he's like, "Yo, Joe Show, patient Joe Show, you burning, bro, you burning." And you know what I'm saying? I wrote that like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of my skits, if you really watch, is very self-deprecating. You know what I'm saying? I'm into making fun of myself and poking fun of myself because I'm dope enough to do it. I don't care about making fun of myself because I'm coming from world of stand-up, and this is like a lot of my material. I make fun of myself. So you watch the video and you'll see that I'm the butt of the jokes, and I'm cool with that. But I'm changing that narrative now, and I'm going to become the guy that's winning, the guy that's getting the girl, the guy that's not going to get cheated on. You know what I'm saying? That's the new stage.
Right.
Look out for that, y'all.
Yeah, I've seen some of your joints where I guess you're the boyfriend and a couple things happen, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them joints.
Yeah, well, listen, you're gonna please, when you guys go subscribe to that Against the Community Guidelines or OnlyFans, it's free right now. You know what I'm saying? It's free. Subscribe before we put money. You're gonna see a different side of me, because now in this one, what we're doing, we're taking real life situations and we created a whole series based on that. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna see the girls and all that stuff like that, but it's super dope.
How does one apply or forget outside of the referrals, like these upcoming, social media comedians or even aspiring real actors? Like, how would they get involved if the referral maybe isn't up to par, or maybe they don't have how can they get the behind the scenes? How can they be the Joe that's just sitting there?
Hey man, we're like I said, if you have a great idea and you want to shoot, we're down to work. I'm down to.
Are they reaching out to Joe Show?
Yeah, reach out to Joe Show. Reach out to my DM me on my Instagram. When I go out to Atlanta, I have the Atlanta crew that I work with. Chewy, Big Homie Blocks, Robbie World, DK from New Jersey, he's down in Atlanta now. And then when I go out to Cali, I shoot with some people out there too. So like I'm spreading all across the country, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Daphne Springs. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm super excited. Thanks guys for having me, man.
Well, I'm gonna inquire right now. I would like Joe Show to come back on the Fix Show.
Let's go.
With Dupree.
Yes.
With your whole cast, if you
Oh,
can.
word? Okay.
And I'll have a box of Bel Air in here. We'll drink it up, man.
Okay.
You know
And
what I'm
I'll bring Miguel 4-3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's set that up. Man.
Yeah, I'll bring 4-3.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Bring the whole cast up. Bring the whole cast up, man.
Including Tino the Bum.
Everybody, man. Bring everybody. Y'all haven't done that yet, right?
Nah, we haven't done that. Everybody as a team.
Bring nobody in no interview. Everybody, right?
That's a great idea.
Let's do that on the Fix Show, man. Bring everybody.
You know how we do exclusives. We love exclusives.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring
I'm definitely with it.
You know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
it's your boy Joe Show, the Fix Radio Show. Thank y'all so much for having me. Hit me on Instagram at I am Joe Show. Make sure to log in on OnlyFans to the Against Community Guidelines.
Yeah.
Follow the whole team and come out to my comedy show every Friday in Brooklyn at 2281 Nostrand Avenue.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'm gonna be there this Friday.
What time does it start? Salute. It starts at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
How much is it to get in?
Ladies free before 10. After that is a 20 piece.
20 piece?
Yeah, 20 piece. Well, Trace, you know, for you, 40.
Appreciate it. I hope that shit come with wings or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna come on Friday.
Yeah, pull up, homie. You know how we do it. You know how we do.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Joe Show, man. We had you 2020 or 2019?
I think 2020, man. It was so long ago,
Yeah,
bro.
we had you.
Yeah. Thanks
But
for
you've
having
been
me
here
again.
like 3 or 4 times already.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's amazing.
6 years on this station.
We've been celebrating 6 years. DTF Radio, the Fix Show.
Yeah.
Much more success.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
And,
Y'all getting sponsors. Y'all lit, man.
You'll continue to build. We continue to build.
I would be like y'all when I grew up.
Shout out to Trace. Yo,
Appreciate you,
listen,
man.
Joe Show. Y'all make sure that y'all tune in and y'all follow Against
Community guidelines. Against community guidelines.
Right.
Y'all tune in and, like you said, subscribe while it's free, because don't be talking about how much it is afterwards.
Right,
And,
facts.
It's the freebie right now. So
Right.
subscribe now and tune into I Am Joe Show.
Yes, sir.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Right.
You know what I
Let's
mean?
do it.
Don't forget, it's going down February 22nd, Chelsea Music Hall. DJ Trace,
Yes.
Graph,
Yes.
38 Special,
Yeah.
Murder Mook,
Yeah.
DNA, Cortez,
Yeah.
Chad Beat.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't even gonna say
And I'm-
who the
I'm
rest
right there.
is, man.
And I'm right there
Hold
standing
on,
next to
you know what
this
I'm saying?
Shout out to
I'm on the
DNA.
set. I'm hosting and I'm on the set, man. I
Heavy.
don't need nobody else next to me.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? We there.
Let's go.
We live on the Fix Show, DTFradio.com. Shout to DJ Epidemic. Shout to Prez, my
You know I'm here,
co-host.
Prez.
You know what it
Trace.
is. Trace, we here. Black Bottle Boys, Bel Air, Ewing Athletics. Shout to Joe Show. We out of here. We see y'all next week, man.
Next week we lit.
Heavy.